Hey y'all, it's Chris. I know I haven't done a video in a while. I do apologize for that. I've been busy with school and trying to find an internship for school and doing homework as well as working. So I've been kind of busy. I've had a lot on my plate recently. Um, but luckily I may have found a job that I can do an internship at. I got uh, some kind of letter, not like an acceptance letter, offer letter. I got an offer letter from a place I did an interview at on Thursday. It's a winery in the kitchen. I'm really, really excited. But that's the thing that's happened. Also, I did a thing. Kind of like a drastic change, I guess. I decided that I was done with the blue for a bit. So yesterday, after church, I kind of called around to some different salons to try and see how much it would cost to take the blue out and be able to go back to my natural color. So, I called a few places, and basically they said that it would be multiple processes, and it would at least start at like 130, or start at like 100 and go up to like 130, depending on how much they had to do to my hair to get the color out and then put color back in. And it wasn't in my budget to do that. So, I took a risk, and I went to Walmart, because I had called Walmart as well. Their little smart style whatever that they have inside Walmarts. I called and asked them how much it would be for a color, and if they had any availabilities for going in that day. And the lady said that as long as I'm there before 2, because they stopped doing dye at 4. I was like, that's fine, I can do that. That's cool. So I walked in, because I was on my way actually to Walmart as I called them. Walked in, and I was like, I just called about a color. I'm trying to go back to my natural color. So she asked me what color it was now, so I took my hat off, and it was, the purple, blue, aqua, whatever color that it was. And she asked me if it was splat, and I had a bad instance with splat once, and I'll never use it again. So I told her, I was like, no, it's Arctic Fox. So we go, and she bleached my hair, which burnt my scalp, of course. So she bleached it, and it was all white except for like a little bit like up front where it was pink, because of the red that I'd put in it. But I wasn't even worried about that. It was fine. And then she put the dye on, and that hurt really bad too. It burned, probably because my scalp had just been bleached to death. And so that process went, and the final result is I'm back to my natural color for the most part. There's some highlighty parts where it looks like it didn't really take all that well. But I'm totally okay with that. I think it looks really nice. I like the variation in color. Um, and I'm very, very, very impressed with the results, honestly, because this woman did the impossible. Okay. I had been looking on YouTube trying to figure out how to get the blue out so I go back to my natural color, and everybody advised against using bleach and dyeing it with a brown color, because when you bleach it, it's absence of all colors. You put the brown back in, it'll come out something different, but it didn't. It actually came out really, really nice. As you can see, it's kind of lighter in some areas, so I may have to go and get like a brown color, but for right now I'm actually kind of happy with this. I mean, it was wet when I saw it last, and like really, really poofy because she had washed, conditioned, and blow dried it. So my hair kind of gets poofy when it gets conditioned, and then blow drying, they use that brush and like make it all poofy and whatever. But honestly, I'm impressed. Like I'm happy with it. It matches my natural color pretty dang well, and it just kind of looks like I've got a little bit of highlights in it. But yeah, drastic change. I'm also currently doing a test on minoxidil. I I shaved on the last day of January, went all of February without shaving, and I had a decent amount everywhere. Like there it was starting to grow over here, and then I had kind of like a bunch of stragglers down here and on my chin, and of course my mustache, because that was the first thing that came in before I even started shaving at all. But I went all of February, and then I took pictures so I could compare it. And now for March, I am using minoxidil every night, like once a night, every night. So like once a day. I think the package says that I'm supposed to do it 2 times a day, but since it's my face, I kind of want to go easy with it, because a lot of people have said that it's damaging, or like it causes reactions or whatever. I haven't had that issue, but just to stay on the safe side, I don't want to use too much, so I'm just doing it once a day. And then I'm going to compare the results on March 29th, because that's how many days I went in February, because I couldn't go anymore. So I'm going to see if there's difference, and hopefully there is. So, because I want something here. Like, I get misgendered less than 20% of the time now, but it still does happen. So I feel like if I have something, then I won't be misgendered as much, even less, and hopefully none at all. But it's just a test to see if that works. So hopefully it does. Because I've heard good reviews and bad reviews on it, but I figured I would just do the test myself, as long as I can keep up with it. So that's what I'm doing. Also, I ordered some needles and syringes, and I got 4 years worth of needles and syringes. which is 200 syringes, 200 of the 18 gauge 1-inch needles for drawing out, and 200 of 27 gauge half-inch needles for injecting, since I've been doing subcutaneous recently. It's just easier for me, so I just decided I was going to stick with it. It's a lot less complicated than doing it in my leg, especially when I can't pinch my skin, because I don't know what's going on with my legs. I don't know if my leg muscles have, like, increased in size and the elasticity of my legs has gone down, because they're definitely not as elastic as they were when I first started tea. I haven't noticed a difference. Other than that, like, my legs don't look like they're a different size. They don't look any thicker. But, I mean, I see it every day, so it's not like I'm going to really see that change. Unless it's, like, drastic and I'm like, oh, hey, this is different. I look like I'm in an emo band. I love it. Anyways, so I did that. I got them off of a site. Oh, it was for all of that plus a sharps container, because the one that I have is getting full, because I was putting syringes in it as well. So another plan is to just put the needles in it and not the syringes, and then just throw the syringes away and put the needles in the sharps container. It'll last a lot longer. Hopefully 4 years. We will see. But I got all of that for $108, I think. And it was on a website called healthykin.com. Oddly enough, the 3 milliliter syringes were cheaper than the 1 mLs. So I just went with 200 of the 3 mLs, because that was like 40 something, and 200 of the 1 mLs was like 80 something. For whatever reason, doesn't make sense because they're smaller, there's less materials, but I wasn't gonna try to figure out why that was, so I just went with 3 mLs because it's what I'm used to. It's what I've been using for a while now, for the most part of the time that I've been doing tea. And, I mean, I haven't had an issue with them. So, I have that, and then I got a little container. I'll have to show everything in another video. I am planning a couple of videos for this coming week, hopefully, if my one package comes in. I ordered a peacock. I ordered the Generation 4 5.5 inch with all of the pleasure rod thingies. So I'm excited about that. I got one in each orifice, just so I could test them out, see which one worked better. So that one will probably be a little graphic, because I will be doing, like, probably an unboxing at least, and then, like, a week later do, like, a review, because I do plan on using it every day, as my dysphoria has gotten worse down there. So I plan on using it every day, so I'll be able to have a good review for it, at least for a few aspects. I'm just excited about it. And then, yeah, I'll do unboxing or whatever. I don't really have much else to share. I don't really have many changes other than the fact that I did have a decent amount of facial hair. Like, you couldn't see it, but it was there. Whenever my laptop cord comes in, I will try to make a video and put, like, the pictures of what it looked like, and then what it looks like at the end of March, just for a comparison, just so I can do that, but that won't be for till the end of March in a video. But I'm supposed to be getting my computer cord on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So I'll be able to actually edit videos and do things, and hopefully it works. I'm excited about my computer cord coming in, because then I can do videos on my laptop and edit them and go back to my whole intro thing and try to make it better. But I do not see many Peacock Gen 4 reviews on YouTube. There's a few of them, but it's really just unboxings, which is what I'm going to do, but I'm also going to do a review. I know Chase had a good one, so it'll be hard to beat that, but I'm just going to do my own thing and just see how that works for me. So, like I said, other than that, I don't really have any updates. Nothing's really changed. I don't know if my voice has dropped, because I was hearing it for a bit, and now it sounds a little bit deeper in my head than my voice used to sound, but I'm not hearing what everybody else is hearing, so I don't know if it's deeper or not. I can feel vibrations in my chest when I talk. I'm still kind of waiting for my Adam's apple to grow a little bit more. Like, it's there, but it's not there. Which is probably part of the reason that I keep getting misgendered. But, that's really all that I have. I believe I am 39 weeks, 38 or 39. I just looked at my countdown thing before I did this video, and I forgot to say something about it. But so that's my update. I do have a lot of stuff coming for you. I'll probably do another video on Thursday, and kind of show y'all how I do my shot, and it will be the first time I'm using the correct needles, so that'll be fun. Instead of having to only hold my needle halfway in, halfway out, or worrying about the size of it because it's a 27 gauge versus what I usually use, which is a 23, so it's significantly smaller. I lined them up the other day when I got them in the mail, and the 27 gauge looks almost invisible compared to the the 27 looks almost invisible next to a 23 or 25. I didn't really think there was that much of a difference, but there is. It looks invisible. You can barely see it, and it's so much smaller than what I'm used to. So hopefully it works out for me, but trial and error. I know I did a video on how I did my IM shots, so I kind of want to do one on my sub-Q shots, and no, I have not talked to my doctor about it. I just decided to change, because I figured it was the same thing anyways, as long as I can still keep getting my testosterone, because I don't have insurance right now, so I'm waiting on hopefully being able to get insurance, and then going to the doctor, because I know that I have to do blood tests and stuff, and right now it's kind of difficult. I was supposed to have one in February, and that didn't happen. I was supposed to have it at the beginning of February, because the last one I had, I think, was in December. But with no insurance, it's kind of hard to go to a doctor, especially when you're really low on money all the time. So I'm hoping that everything is okay, but other than that, that's just some stuff to look forward to. I know I don't really have many subscribers / viewers / whatevers, but I do hope that I'm helping those of y'all that are watching. And, you know, I hope I can continue to help by sharing life experiences and things that I'm going through and all of that other stuff. I also plan on adding some stuff to my channel. Since I am in culinary school, I kind of want to do like a cooking thing, and I want to do like arts and crafts type stuff with candles and soaps and different mediums like resin and stuff like that for making jewelry. I have big dreams for someone who doesn't really have that much notoriety on YouTube, but I'm doing it because I enjoy it, because it's fun. It's something that I'm highly passionate about, is cooking. And I know there's, you know, a lot of YouTube channels out there that do cooking and all that other stuff, but I kind of want to do basics, like 101 type stuff, like the kind of stuff that I learned in first and second semester of culinary classes, just so, you know, I can put that out into the world and, you know, show people that cooking can be fun, because it's enjoyable. And I'm a crafty dude, so I want to start kind of playing around with soaps and candles and stuff and doing them naturally instead of using the oils and stuff. I want to use natural ingredients like beeswax and like lavender flowers and vanilla beans and stuff like that, because candles have a bunch of toxins and stuff that get released. But I will talk about that later in a video about candles. Whenever I start that up, I should be moving before the end of summer. I believe the projected date was sometime in June, I believe. Maybe sooner, maybe later, but sometime in June is when that's projected to happen. So I'm just gonna, until then, gather up supplies, and kind of, you know, get like a little tote or a little drawer thing for it, and then start that if anybody would be interested in seeing anything like that. Just let me know. Candles, soaps, cooking. The candles and soaps will definitely be a learning curve. I will be learning as I go, but I still want to make videos on it, because as my transition videos, I want to be able to look back and see where I came from, like what I started from, and be able to look back and see how much progress I've made with everything, like my transition, or candle making, or, you know, soap making, or jewelry making, or, you know, cooking, even though I'm pretty good at cooking as it is. I've been doing it since I was 16. I hardly ever use recipes, so that's a thing. But for the channel, I'll definitely make sure that I include recipes and stuff. Most of it'll probably be my own stuff, just because I'm really creative like that. But other than that, I have nothing. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if anybody has any questions, I always put my Reddit, my Snapchat, my Kik down in the description. So hit me up if you got questions or advice needed or anything else like that. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.